Welcome back to check out this movie. My name is Lucas, and I have some suggestions.
For you.
The first one is Evasive Action, 1998. A guy's family is murdered. The case is thrown out on the steps of City Hall. The killer mocks the dad.
Big mistake.
Dick Van Patten offers him a way out, but he won't admit fault.
Do you feel that you've been rehabilitated?
Never felt I needed rehabilitation.
There's a tussle in the yard, and Roy Scheider restores the peace. And he's in charge.
And tell the warden I want to talk to him.
Shut up!
The dishes are done guy from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead
Dishes are done, man.
is a train dispatcher.
I should have taken that job at the record store.
Shut up!
And Rance Howard is the train conductor. Some prisoners are being transferred, including Clint Howard, and they're putting them on a passenger train with civilians. Because movies.
Your prisoners have overtaken the train and are holding hostages.
Shit.
These folks are some of the worst shots.
Shut up!
There's no wind when running on top of a moving train, and we get a quick glimpse of Union Station, Los Angeles. Little Shop of Horrors, 1960. An angry florist barks frustrations in his measly shop on Skid Row.
To my throat, I would be giving a cut.
Gets an order from a sadistic dentist.
Now you are going to get it.
Dick Miller buys some carnations and wants to dine in.
Well, that's all right. I'll eat them here. Of course. What else? They are all right. Well, I've had better.
Bumbling delivery boy, Seymour, has a sick mother.
He said you should be playing fullback for the Rams.
He wants me dead.
And is developing a new plant.
It sure is different.
It looks delicious.
And is admired by delightfully mousy Audrey. And he accidentally discovers his plant is carnivorous.
Blood? You like blood?
And it could propel them to fortune and fame.
No Novocaine. It dulls the senses. Oh, goody, goody, here it comes.
Scalpel, 1976. At a round table for plastic surgery students, the instructor talks about the glamour, ego, and public perception of their profession.
Now, I suppose there's about 5 cc's of bullshit in that description.
He's lead pallbearer at his father-in-law's funeral. And the patriarch's will leaves no questions about how he feels about his descendants.
To my son-in-law, though I will forever hold you responsible for the death of my beloved daughter Jenny, I am comforted by the fact that I will never again be forced to bear the burden of your obnoxious presence.
He bequeathed a good boy. Last year, the daughter's boyfriend got into his car, heard an ice pick a few times, was still thirsty, and must have dropped his keys in the pool. The daughter ran away for some reason.
Daddy? Daddy, what are you doing?
The brothers go to the top floor of their spaceship and discuss how the heir to their fortune, the surgeon's daughter, hasn't come forward. And how the old men hated him for being Frankenstein to the stars.
Bradley, your daddy is dead, which is what I'm celebrating tonight.
In the red light district, a lady tries to take a bite of a brick wall.
You have a good day. Yeah?
And she's rescued by the good doctor.
Looks like she had a date with a meat grinder.
He has second thoughts about calling the fuzz,
DeKalb County Police, Sergeant Dobbs speaking.
since she's going by the alias
Jane Doe.
she could be his masterpiece and be made to look like his missing daughter.
You're a pointy little chin, alright?
But he's gonna have to take a bit off the top in a few weeks.
And you'll be ready to meet the family.
His mama. I at least know her name was and how she died.
Well, her name was Jennifer, and she died in a swimming accident. I blame myself for being unable to save her.
Blood-sucking pharaohs in Pittsburgh, 1991. At Lover's Lane, a frisky couple lose some weight. And the cops race to the scene.
Any veggie burgers left?
Too late, Sergeant. All gone.
The female victim has something on her mind, and it's cryptic.
Funny writing with little ducks and frogs.
It's Egyptian writing, hieroglyphics.
I knew that.
The guy was spared and might be able to identify the killer by his hat. That's the hat! The cops recall an earlier case where they blasted the suspect in self-defense, and he sprang a few leaks. One detective knew all the victims, is having a breakdown, and fills his sidearm with booze. And the other reminds his wife to empty her ashtrays.
Where you been all night?
And she thinks he's oogling the dead girls.
You rather look at dead people than look at your own wife.
We see Pittsburgh's Doughboy statue. A nice lady gets into a car for money, and the John has a thing for power tools. And the chief is slightly aggravated.
I hate my wife. I hate my children.
In this outlandish horror comedy. How Awful About Alan, 1970. There's a fire at little Tony Perkins's house, and he doesn't do much to save his old man. And for some reason, he goes partially blind.
I can't see. I'm blind.
And since he's a psycho, it's all in his silly noggin.
The blindness is all in my head.
It was an accident.
You didn't leave the paint cans and thinner next to the heater deliberately that night.
He's cut loose from the sanitarium.
Well, good luck, Alan. He's just leaving.
And his loving sister brings him back to live at the death house. And he's... They've taken in some boarders to help cover the bills. And Tony is not amused.
Will it bother you so much having him here?
What do I care how he looks at me, this student? This is a house. It's not a courtroom. I'm not on trial here.
His sweet and timid ex-girlfriend asks if he'd like to go for a ride.
No.
And he feels up the new guy's toothbrush. And Norman Bates is a bit of a wackadoodle.
You want to see something crazy?
In this uncomfortable suspense. 5 Against the House, 1955. 4 college students head to Reno to shoot the dice and responsibly set a strict time limit for themselves.
No matter how much money you've won, 1 hour.
Their car is parked in a garage with a hydraulic lift system. They go into Harold's Club, play a bit, and notice some of the casino operations. They return to university, capture a freshman to do their chores, and go to stunner Kim Novak's lounge act. Brick has a screw loose and longs for something more than books and lectures. The freshman recruit shows just how old the puddle trick is, and one of the guys hatches a plan for knocking over the casino.
This boy's got a little Dillinger blood in him.
Just to prove that it can be done.
You really think you could do it?
Oh, I could do it all right. The question is, would I do it?
Novak is marrying one of the guys, and they are unknowingly roped into the plot.
You leave Kay out of this, Brick.
I got a partner holed up for her, too. She's gonna drive the car. Your only chance of getting out of this thing alive is to pull it off and get away clean.
Tennis court, 1974. 2 tennis players compete for the affection of the same woman.
I love you both.
And are World War II co-pilots. They crash, and one skedaddles, leaving the other to inspect the damage. The pilot from Airplane,
Joey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
is now a man of the cloth, and his crispy co-pilot's daughter is moving to an unkempt manor.
You can see why your mother didn't want it.
With an indoor tennis court. They keep forgetting to turn the lights off and having unsettling experiences.
Glory me! Fit as a fiddle, Maggie, you know that.
As if tennis is playing them, and it can't be locked away. The lady thinks the priest knows more about the resident spirit than he lets on.
You know it, don't you?
She gets a paranormal researcher to see if he can detect a presence, and it's Advantage Angry Tennis Ghost. Game, set, and match in this supernatural revenge horror flick.
Play!
A Dangerous Summer, 1982. Some drunk Aussies are fighting brush fire, and they can't contain the shit fire that is this movie. Tom Skerritt has a plush crib and is an architect developer. Some jerk-off starts a fire. And Viper doesn't even plow through the gate.
I like that in the pilot.
Flew with his old man.
His housing development is in the fire's path, and the fire department is using all its resources on a trailer that's long gone. Strawberry is determined to rebuild.
Ah, look at that, man. The great outdoors, huh?
And the safety-conscious insurance lady thinks he's pulling a...
Been a lot better shape financially if the whole place did burn down.
She arranges a secret meetup in the computer room and exposes the ruse.
Who the hell's S. Whittaker?
Since it's December down under, and this is a Christmas movie, Tom throws his employees a party, and it's a hit.
It would be difficult to thank each and every one of you, so I won't.
But this movie is already doomed.
I'm just worried about Daddy.
Thank you for watching. Fuck off this movie.
Shut up.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.